Was the Soviet Union a superpower? Have you ever wondered what it truly means to be a superpower? Let's break it down together. A superpower is a nation that significantly influences global affairs through military strength, economic power, and political sway. In the context of communism, the Soviet Union certainly fits this description. Established in 1922, it was the first major nation to implement communist principles on a large scale. At the heart of its ideology was the concept known as the dictatorship of the proletariat. This idea aimed to transition society from capitalism to socialism and eventually to a classless, stateless society. The Soviet Union embodied this vision, making it a formidable ideological force worldwide. After World War II, the Soviet Union emerged as a superpower for several reasons. First, its military was incredibly powerful. The Soviet military played a crucial role in defeating Nazi Germany and continued to be a dominant force during the Cold War. The development of nuclear weapons further solidified its status as a superpower. Next, let's talk about economic power. The Soviet economy was centrally planned, which meant it faced some inefficiencies. However, it still managed to produce significant industrial and technological advancements. The Soviet Union achieved remarkable feats in space exploration and military technology, showcasing its capabilities on the world stage. Politically, the Soviet Union led the Eastern Bloc, a group of communist states in Eastern Europe. This influence allowed it to play a major role in international relations, often opposing the Western Bloc led by the United States. The Soviet Union's presence was felt across the globe, shaping the political landscape for decades. However, the story does not end there. The decline of the Soviet Union began in the late 20th century due to various internal issues. Economic struggles and political unrest were significant factors. Mikhail Gorbachev introduced policies of glasnost, which means openness, and perestroika, meaning restructuring. These aimed to revitalize the Soviet system but ultimately contributed to its downfall. Nationalist movements and economic strain weakened the Soviet Union, leading to its dissolution in 1991. From a communist perspective, the rise of the Soviet Union as a superpower was a notable achievement. It demonstrated the potential of communist ideology to influence global politics and economies. However, its eventual collapse highlights the challenges faced by centralized economies and authoritarian political systems. In summary, the Soviet Union was indeed a superpower during its existence. Its military strength, economic capabilities, and political influence made it a significant player on the world stage. Understanding this history helps us grasp the complexities of global politics and the impact of different ideologies.